What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Night Game Show. My name's AJ Gills. How y'all doing? We are back with Ghost Recon Breakpoint. You know, just standing here, I want to bring something up, and this is something that I thought of. This is something that I was talking about when I was in the when I was doing the weekly show. And that's, do you see all these people? And I know to them, I'm also part of the problem. But look at all these guys just kind of standing around. These guys just standing around the shop. These guys just standing around up here. Like, at least these guys who are in the co-op menu actually look like they're part of the environment. Like they're real people here. It was when I was talking about Red Dead Online and GTA Online and all this stuff. You know, I see all these people running around and whatever the fuck that is. I see all these people just standing around and everything. It pulls me out of the immersion, you know, because Rockstar was saying, oh, we're focused on the online component and trying to do DLCs for that and add the single player elements to that with storytelling and all this. I'm like, well, yeah, but it pulls me out of the world when I got to watch all these people with their names above their heads running around. I tried GTA Online, didn't like it. I honestly, I just could not get into the damn thing. And I still want to know what the fuck is up with that. Oh, man. I want to see something. Okay, so we head here for the shop. Okay, so we got a tutorial mission. The actual shop with her. See, I found out exactly how those weapon blueprints work. You don't craft them yourself. You bring them to her. And she will then make the blueprint for it. Yeah, you see, we have these blueprints. Now we can buy them from her, and she'll make something close to our gear level. I'm not a massive fan of that. I would actually much prefer that we just be able to craft them ourselves. I've said this before. This game's got a lot of really cool ideas, in my opinion. It just makes me really sad that I don't think any of it really comes together. And what I mean by that is, I think just Ghost Recon Wildlands, but against like a military force on this island where, with the survival elements, I think really just would have worked as a game instead of shoehorning in these division elements. And I know I keep hammering this home. I talked about this a lot in the last video, and I will try to get off this point, but it's I've seen Ubisoft make some blatant cash grabs. This one, I think, might be one of the worst I have ever seen from that developer, and it makes me sad. You know, I'm really disappointed in that. Not even necessarily in the game, because I was playing some of it. I was actually having a lot of fun infiltrating places and stealing gear. I do think it's kind of dumb that I can just run in like a chicken with my head cut off, collect a whole bunch of gear, get killed, and still have that gear. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not.
Couldn't help it over here. There's some kind of problem.
We're not sure. Our friend Samuel's missing.
You a homesteader?
Yeah, used to be. Before he decided he'd rather live by himself. No great loss, if you ask me.
He likes catching his own food. Says it keeps him closer to nature or something like that. And then he gives the furs and leftover meat to the camp. Never takes anything in return.
I don't get it. Sounds like he knows how to take care of himself.
Last week, he was down here hollering about running into a bunch of sentinels on his land. They said they carried away a couple of deer he caught, smashed up his traps, and then this week, nothing. Samuel's always had a temper, but in this place, these days, you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, well, you know.
Yeah, I know. Say, where are his usual stomping grounds?
He's typically around to the southeast of Garden Mangrove, northeastern part of Gaiaron.
I'll see if I can find him. Thanks. Thanks, stranger.
Okay, so these orange markers over the heads are side missions. Okay. I've been trying to figure out what's what's a side mission, what's what's main game content, what's online aspects. Here's just another guy just standing. I really wish they would make them go invisible or something instead of just standing there while you're talking to that person. It's always kind of annoyed me. And it's not just this game. Almost all these open world games do something very similar to that. It's just...
Lucky you found this place. Rowan Brown knew about this place for a while. We figured sacred ground always makes good sanctuary.
That's pretty damp, though.
It's still a work in progress, all right? We've managed to stay under the radar so far. With all of you, our people, a bunch of Skeltech employees. I don't think you've got room to complain.
Hey, I'm not complaining. This place is great. If I was you, I would have left the island when Skeltech moved in.
Skell wasn't so bad at the start.
Until he made killer drones and turned the island into an exclusion zone?
Obviously.
Yep. Technology can be a pain in the ass.
Yep.
It'd be a pretty island without all the military contractors and killer drones.
Used to be. I'd get some leave and just walk. I'd spend whole weeks just walking around with a pack on my shoulder.
Well, I'm probably getting my share of sightseeing.
These islands have changed hands so much it's like a time capsule. I keep telling myself one day I'll get back out there, just see it all again before I'm too old to make the trip. Then again, who knows how far I'd get now.
See, this is something else that I don't fully understand. Like, how long has Sentinel been here? How long have they kind of taken over Jay Skell's sort of island? It's kind of my issue with the setup. Like, on the one hand, I like how they just kind of dropped you in. They did a very similar thing in Wildlands. But at the same time, I would have liked some backstory as to what's going on. Because the timeline sometimes seems a little all over the place to me.
It didn't happen. Skeltech. It's utopia. This place was paradise before they showed up with their toys.
Come on. Digging in the dirt, worrying if you're gonna have a good crop, whether in hurricanes without any infrastructure, that's paradise?
It was ours. It meant something. These people came here and brought the devil with them.
People always bring the devil with them.
Those people out there, they brought a few extra and they can have them. We're gonna weather the storm here.
So you've got your people, but screw the rest of them.
I got enough people to think about.
I guess here's also my next question, and this also might just be me overthinking some shit, but where exactly is Auroa? And Mads, I mean, clearly had to have come here. Like, I believe he said he was a military guy. I think he was didn't he say he was a jarhead? He was a Marine? Or at least that was the joke that that Nomad and him were making back and forth, you know, making fun of the squids and the jarheads and whatnot, which leads me to believe Mads was a Marine. But why is he here? Like, this is, you know, because he's clearly an American. My question is, why is he here? Like, how did he get here? It's just, this island was this island completely uninhabited and people just stumbled upon it and just started living here, no laws and whatever, just, you know, what they could carry and living off the land, and so to speak. And then Skell came in. Is that how it worked? How did Auroa work before Jay Skell, and how did Auroa work with Jay Skell? There's a lot of backstory here that I just have questions about that it's like I said, I feel aren't answered.
Bit of a miracle they made it this far. That man couldn't find his nose without a mirror.
He took a big chance trying to get off the island.
And he's got a kid to think about. Things go south, he can't take care of himself, let alone her.
Nobody does it alone.
No, you're right. I've known Fox and Harmony for a little while. I just worry about them. They know they have a home here with us.
Maybe you need to remind Fox. Put him at ease.
Yeah.
You don't look like Skeltech employees.
No. I used to be a Marine at the Navy
There we go.
station here.
Okay, there we go. Never mind. I pull back what I said earlier. I just hadn't got there yet.
They lived on the station with their families. When the Navy shut the place down in the 90s, a few of us stayed and homesteaded.
There we go. Never mind. I pull all of that back. I pull all of that back.
And now, you're in Sentinel's way.
Most of my people are holing up here for now. I ain't been home in a dog's age, but I'll stand by any man or woman in green. You soldiers can stay as long as you don't cause trouble. And you lend a hand.
We appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm an asshole. I pull back that criticism. They did explain it. I didn't. I was not patient enough. Although, on the one hand, I do think that that's completely optional, and you can completely, you know, not get. You could completely miss that bit of dialogue. But I will say, at least they do explain how exactly the they do at least explain how the hell Auroa came to, or what Auroa was like before Jace Skell and all them. So I will say that. I should have remembered that from the beta, because I think I went through that dialogue with him.
Nomad, how are you?
Missing the comforts of home? Otherwise, not bad.
Don't let those comforts control you. Okay. Listen, I've been tied up with some personal business, so I was hoping you would do me a favor.
Sure. What's up?
Rumor has it some old dog tags turned up just west of Howard Port. The fellow who discovered them said he found them on a skeleton out in the woods by a bombed-out old Jeep. He didn't want to disturb the remains out of respect. Thing is, I think they belong to a Cold War buddy of mine. Cal was a good soldier and an even better friend. He saved my life half a dozen times. Sad we lost touch over the years, and well, I'd just really like to know what happened.
Yeah, I get it. We've both buried our share of friends. I'll check it out.
I suggest searching just north of Groves Pond. Shouldn't be too tough to find. It's near Gordon Slough over in the Sinking Country province.
I'm on it.
All right. If you haven't found out by now, basically what my plan is, I'm gonna do side missions, kind of run around the island a little. Maybe we'll take on an outpost or something, and try and collect a bunch of shit. Just the idea, what we're doing here. I plan on doing a couple videos like this, just kind of as we go. Might as well also get these
I heard you're the
little
queen
discussion
bee.
things out of here.
Maybe more like Mama Bear. I was raised on Auroa, been homesteading all my life, so there ain't much I can't do with my hands. More than anything, I'm just here to look out for our people.
And I bet you're good at it. What happened in Freeport, I just don't know what to say. You have my condolences.
Thank you. Those people were family. They were good people, didn't do no harm to nobody. It burns me to think that the last thing they saw was some damned machine trying to kill them. It ain't right.
Sentinel's gonna pay for what they did. And I'm gonna see to it. Personally.
We need justice.
You have my word.
And thank you for all you did, saving the people you could.
You just make sure Fox and Harmony have what they need.
They'll want for nothing as long as they're here. That poor girl. She's too young to live through something like that. It ain't good for a child to know about those things.
Listen, Fox is a good father. He'll protect her.
I'm sure he will. But still, it ain't easy raising a child. I can attest to that. But out here, with all this madness going on and a youngin' to take care of on your own, it can't be easy.
I need to be brought up to speed on the situation here.
Hell, I don't know much. We try to stay away from what goes on the other side of the island. But lately, things have just gotten so you can't ignore it anymore.
What's been happening? Try to remember every detail you can.
Let's see. I guess it all started when the Skell headquarters was bombed. After that, everything changed. They brought in the security company, Sentinel. They were supposed to keep everything safe, but then it all went to shit.
You mean Skell went missing?
Missing? They said terrorists kidnapped him.
You believe that?
Hell no. They're making all that stuff up.
Why would they do that?
I have no idea. The only thing I can say for sure is ever since he went missing, Sentinel got a lot more aggressive. They're looking everywhere for Skell. They want him bad.
Listen, I'm gonna need to gear up, but I didn't exactly bring much cash on this trip.
If you're asking for money, I can't help you. Wish I could, but look, I need to buy my stock, and with things as they are...
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get what I need. Just tell me what people use to buy things on Auroa.
Well, the good news is everyone takes American dollars and New Zealand dollars. but they're pretty rare. Most people use something called screds. It's some kind of computer money Skeltech came up with.
I'll take crypto money. Ah, there we go.
You can buy things with it just like regular money. Bunch of hooey, if you
I was
ask me.
about to say, I'll take Bitcoin for 200, Alex.
It's everywhere. It's virtual, you see. You can find it on just about any computer, or cell phones, or data pads.
Dead soldiers.
Hell, even the drones and relay antennas can get them. They're floating all around in signals or some such thing.
Well, then I guess I'll be making some withdrawals.
Okay, you know, I was actually going to kind of, on one hand, compliment this whole discussion thing, because I do like how it is giving us some history. I do think the whole idea of the history of Auroa and the history of what was going on with Skell and Sentinel and all that, that should be explained in the main story. Because it actually looks like there's going to be a story in this game. I'm kind of on like Wildlands, which Wildlands is more just a series of take this guy out, now this guy, now this guy, now this guy, which I enjoyed, but yeah, it was narratively weak. This one seems like it's going to try and be a little stronger in that sense. So I do like these discussions, but it's like I said, I think some of this information should be more in this main story than it is finding out right now. Because I got a few of my questions answered, but I'm still a little shaky on the timeline. Although I do have one big question. Why the hell does she have to buy her stock? Why is there a shop full goddamn stop? Shouldn't we be sourcing our guns from finding them from the wolves? Which again makes me also ask the question. I still don't understand how I'm getting. Oh, here's a gun that'll give you a. Let me see here. Oops. Let me back up a little bit. All right. So like this. This gun does 4% more damage to drones. Why? Because it's not all L115A3s. It's just this one. Why? Why does this one help me avoid drones? I don't. It makes no goddamn sense. Like on the one hand, I've always thought of Ghost Recon as being kind of like a realistic military style game. And from what Ubisoft has said, they tried to do that, but then they have these like weird buffs and passives, and I'm just, why? Why? It makes no goddamn sense. It should just have, once you find a gun, kind of like Wildlands, you find a gun, an attachment, whatever, now you can use it. You can choose to use it or not. Here are the parameters of the gun. All the visual, is similar thing with gear and armor, or does have that stuff be visual? Because I didn't think this game needed an armor system or anything. I think that's just kind of annoying. But yeah, the whole concept of a shop, like where is she buying this stock from? Why does she buy stock in general? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Just don't forget to swing by the gift shop.
Never.
Bang, bang!
Does it look like he was air humping?
Now the naval station closed down years ago. Who are these kids?
The birds and the bees, Nomad. We've got 3 generations living on this island. If I can be blunt, I don't like you soldiers being here. It puts these kids at risk.
Yeah, because they weren't at risk before with the other soldiers running around.
We'll never turn our backs on you. I can sort you out if you need any gear or supplies. You and your troops can bivouac over there. If you really get to feel froggy, you can talk to Sergeant Rowan Brown. He used to be Kiwi SAS. He likes scouting around the island for those elite troops. They call themselves wolves. Rowan likes picking fights with them. And over in our war room, we're working on our own logistics. You can usually find Mads in there. There's this Celtic engineer, Jericho, hanging around. She's worried about something big on another island. You might need to bring some friends with you on that picnic. So like I said, we will never turn our backs on you, but you better not do anything to put this community in danger.
Oh, I think you've got a hunch it's already in danger. But don't worry. I'll do my best to keep all of you safe.
Let's hope it's enough.
Yeah, I was about to ask, how do you not already know it's in danger? Because isn't it pretty clear? Okay, so that's the PvP stuff with Ghost Wars. So what that guy has. Sure who that logistics person, I'm not sure who we have to go talk to. I think that the Skeletech person that she mentioned, I think that's the raids. I think that's, but like she said, we have to bring other people. Again, just yeah, we have to bring other people along, just like shit with the division. I don't understand it. It's so freaking dumb, if you ask me. Oh, whatever. I've already gone into it. We're about to head back out into where I think this game is its strongest, when it's just I'm out in the world. Equip a weapon attachment. How to find attachments. Okay, you know what? We'll go through that crap at some other time. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like one a video of talking to her, because it just seems like she's just got tutorial crap for us. Alright, so let's see. What do we need to pin? So that's... Okay, so yeah, that's just all... I don't know. Maybe if you guys want to see some PvP stuff, we'll think about it, but I probably won't do anything really with it. I still don't fully understand the whole concept of these. Yeah, I still don't fully understand this crap. Because as far as I can tell, this is just stuff that's just gonna keep like repeatingly, just always kind of like, hey, here's like a little challenge. Go locate this squad. Go destroy a vehicle. Destroy the ammo truck. It's just gonna be like little tiny, constantly repeating missions. Yeah. The objectives are interesting, but yeah, I think this is the most important stuff that we'll give the most focus to in the game, which is the side missions and the main missions. So let's first, what do we want to do first? You know what? Yeah, let's help that those guys who were looking for that Samuel guy. And I believe this one we got for pre-ordering, or we got for something. But we'll throw that on our... Actually, I'm not 100% sure why I put that in my pins, but whatever, because I'm really only going to focus on one at a time. Okay, let's find Samuel. Sinking Country Province. The flip is that? Okay, so it's up here. Sinking City, the Sinking Country Province on the peninsula southeast of Garden Mangrove. Mangrove near the northeast Garearm River Bend. So I'm gonna guess he'd be around there. Right, frankly, because we've got to travel about 6.4 kilometers, I'm actually going to make a cut here and just, you know, I'll bring you back in if we got something interesting. Alright, guys, like I said, I'd pop you guys back in when we found something interesting. Found a little outpost here, so let's wipe this thing out. I said this earlier, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that, you know, you can run into these bases kind of like a chicken with your head cut off, and still keep all the gear you find. You know, I'd much rather have, you know, once we die, we get checkpointed, sent back to our last rest spot, something, and then have it, you know, all the gear reset to then go in and infiltrate correctly, and then, you know, have to escape or what have you, you know, successfully. Because it's like I said, it seems like it's rewarding you for just, like I said, just going in and just getting wiped out. There we go. There's another one. Okay, so that's a close. Okay, so that's what a shotgunner's logo looks like. That's your typical rifleman. Okay, it's been a pain in the butt trying to figure out exactly what all the different bagman will try to run away. Okay, just because it seems like there's so many different like small enemy classes that I think a lot of them are just kind of the same thing, just with a different gun but with a different name and logo. It's kind of hard sometimes to tell exactly which one does what. God damn it! I'm still just sitting here being a negative son of a bitch, aren't I? Promise you, I'm not trying to do it. It's kind of how I am. I see the negative more than I see anything else. I do that in myself. I do that, in the channel. I do that. And that made it sound like I'm saying, I'm negative about you guys. No, it's always, it's just my personal thing. I'm really hard on myself, And I take that when I see movies, I see games, I usually focus on the bad stuff rather than the good. Although my reasoning for that is I've always said that, you why focus on the good things? Because you don't need to fix the good things. Focus on the bad and fix the bad, and that's always been my approach to everything, and it's I will admit kind of driven me insane over the years. I'm gonna try and avoid this guy. I want to see if I can take out the see if I can take out the base's power, turn out the lights. That way I can go full night vision. That was close.
Be alert. We got possible enemy activity. I know those shits are out here. Let's take a look. I'll back you up. Listen up. There may be hostiles in the area. Yeah, roger that.
They're not just gonna turn the lights back on?
Hey, come out of the dark and fight me!
Apparently not.
Same right. Let's take a look around. Good, I'm coming with you to look. Get ready! We're under attack!
Fudge. Game time. Ah, I got swarmed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, turning out the lights was a bad move on my part. Yeah, we'll take one more swing at this. Yeah, it was like I said. I think turning out the lights was a bad move because it warned them where I was. It gave them my location. I got swarmed. I guess my other problem is I try and take fights in this game, and I really shouldn't. And by not take fights, I mean if I think it was in the last video where I just hid at the top of some stairs and just let people run right into machine gun fire. And then that's the best way to do combat in this game, frankly. Because honestly, trying to turn corners and everything, again, it's because of the soft cover system. It's why I'm not. I always say I am not a fan of soft cover systems. It's because when I'm sitting there, I'm trying to make moves around corners. When I'm sitting there and I'm trying to make moves around corners, it swaps my shoulder for me when I don't want to swap shoulders. That's because the game realizes that I'm close enough to a corner that I'm trying to take cover and now fire over cover, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stealthily move around a corner because I don't always like to be aimed down sight. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I want the breach torch. Can I even use that? Really? Oh, I can. Oh, okay. Didn't think I picked that skill up. Yeah, I can pick up that. Make it harder for the drones to detect me. I'm gonna save up points so we can get an extra perk equipped. Okay, for one thing that I'm doing, where are my pins? Yeah, I've got to fix this right now. There we go. There we go. I had to unpin everything. Just making everything so... Really? I can just hop that fence? If I can just hop that fence, that's a really shitty fence.
Sooner or later, those ghosts will learn that it's best to stand down.
Yeah, like I was saying, I had to take off those pins. It's taking up too much screen. Like, I like the idea of the pins and everything for your active missions, having, 3 active pins all at once. I really like the idea. It's just, I wish I could have my mini-map up, and, I'd have my mini-map and my, Wire Wars Hard, my mini-map, my weapon ammo, and all that stuff active without having to see my pins. I wish that the whole interface option was basically just, do you want to see what you have pinned, what you don't have pinned? Do you want to see challenges? Do you want to see X, Y, Z? Just make that. It would make the HUD so much easier to use, because with the pins, it's so much of your screen is taken up.
I hope the guy who invented these automated turrets is living large somewhere. Auto guns are the shit.
One guy slips in a message and starts shooting at us.
Stay alert. I think we're...
This is not good. I'm gonna look around.
dark. Step into the light. You can't stay hidden in the dark forever.
You know, is anyone kind of like me and wondering why they took out that why they took out finding supplies for the people on the island? You know, like in Wildlands, where you found the resistance supplies. You know, gasoline, food, comm equipment, medicine, blah blah blah. And then how they tied that into your skill progression system. I thought that was a neat idea. It was well executed. It made sense, kinda. Or it was an action that made sense that I didn't mind that they tied into an RPG kind of like skill progression system. Let me put it that way. They could have done that a lot worse. And in the end, I thought it worked, and it was enjoyable.
Heads up, enemy contact. I got enemy.
Great.
Delta 1.
Contact! Eyes on enemy fighters!
Okay, there's one more crate that's up there.
Shoot those assholes! Shoot them! Stay behind cover! Take him down! Shoot him!
See, I really like the camera angle in this situation, how it's really tight on my back. I can see where it might be a little frustrating. Oh, God damn it. No, get in the... Yes, drive. I can understand where some people would think it's a little too tight. It's kind of hard to see what's going on around you. But in a game where it's kind of like, oh, I'm being hunted, I'm being, you know, searched for, it really gives you kind of that tight sense of fear. You know, it really kind of makes everything feel like you know your focus is being put on like the head of a needle. It's really I think it's cool. It's my stance.
Who are you?
The name's Samuel. You with the homesteaders?
Not exactly, but we're friendly. What are you doing out here?
Hunting, mostly.
Providing meat for the camp?
People need things. You know, for a killer, you can't sneak for shit. I'd have had you strung up from one of these trees in 10 seconds if I'd half a mind to.
Yeah, mostly because I landed here in a helicopter, but whatever.
Listen, I hear you've been having a sentinel problem.
You heard right. I need to get these traps set. But if we set off one of their alarms, well, We're dead and there ain't no coming back from that. If you can take 'em out, nice and quiet like, and I can set my traps. Meet you up by my cabin when we're finished. It's in sinking country. South of Mossy Pond, west of Howard Port. Sound good?
Yeah, sure does.
Alright. So I got protect from that drone. Alright, so what is it? They're in Sinking Country Province, are in Maneater Slaw. Trying to find where that is. Okay, so it's up here. I mean, undetected on the hunting grounds. Okay. So it's north. Yeah, I have a feeling those aren't the guys I'm looking for. Yes, swim, nomad. Swim. No, I want to... There we go. Schultz Homestead. Yeah, let's figure out where that is. Oh, we can get his hat. Alright. Have to keep traveling north to get there. Alright, that was a really short time period to make that cut, but I'm finding enemy, some spread out enemies on my... Yeah, though I don't think I'm in the area, though. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone.
Keep an eye out.
Christ, what a mess. We better be...
Damn!
There you are!
We got hostiles! Get ready! Boom! I got him!
All right, asshole. I'm gonna ask this once and only once. Where's Walker?
I swear! I said everything I know!
Well, you're useless. Okay. That assault area. See, I saw that stuff in the closed beta. Apparently, or what? I can't remember. Was it? Yeah, I saw that stuff in the closed beta. I thought that was added for that. But Brian Gata, he told me now that area was actually in the open, or it was in the no, it was. I saw it in the open beta. Thought that was new from the closed beta. And he told me, no, it was in the closed beta as well. We just didn't actually, it just wasn't marked on your map. I'm not really sure what those areas are. Interesting. We got some sort of drone over there. I keep going back and forth. Part of me really likes the idea of the drones. Part of me thinks they're dumb. No, I'm still... Yeah, I'm east of where I actually need to go. God damn it! I'm just gonna put a marker on the map. There we go. I was trying to be cool and avoid having to do it, but I have a terrible sense of direction. Driving into work one day and I'm like, holy shit, did I miss my turn? None of this looks right.
I heard some troops are trying to land here. That's all I know. We'd all be better off if the ghosts just turned themselves in.
Okay, I want to see if I can... Okay, I see him. And he's telling me to wipe out these squads, but... There we go. Oh, they're squads of 2. Okay. I see what I'm doing now. Alright. Yeah, you'd think they'd see my I can't remember what they call it. They'd see my dot sight. I get that they don't, and rarely do stealth games have enemies actually see your laser dot sight, but still, it's always kind of bugged me that they, don't.
Enemy contact!
Is a bivouac site? No. Okay, I do not believe so. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'll take a weapon. so let's see here. He's in seeing south of Mossy Pond, which is my guess is, yeah, he probably lives there. You know, I had Brian Gaddey, he was talking to me down in the comments, just telling me that really guided mode works perfectly fine, you know, where it tells you where the objectives are. Personally, I kind of like this mode, having to find my objectives. I've talked about this before. It kind of gives me that stuck behind enemy lines, survival aspect to this game. I really like it, but you know, like I said, personally, that's just, you know, I'm into it. Let's see if we can find him. Alright, well, over here, might as well destroy this vehicle. Okay, just a couple normal guys. And it shouldn't be too difficult. Take them out like that. Take him out like that. Here we go, get this. Weapon localized. Did. There we go. All right, just because we're getting up there in time, I want to just kind of get this rolling. There we go. Let's just turn on guided mode because, like I said, I'm getting to the point where, all right, I just kind of want to complete this mission and want to start getting work on some other stuff. Sounds like I don't want to be playing this game when I say I want to get working on some other stuff. Okay, I thought that's where he was, but I was seeing enemy signatures, so I figured.
Stay alert. Heard some psychopath killed a few of our guys out here.
Shit. This guy's crazier than a dog in a hubcap factory.
What?
What happened out here anyway? Chopper crash or something? Nothing's happened. Nothing ever happens here. Training accident. Scale is so rich, he's in his own category. I can't wrap my head around it. That amount of money would be a curse to anyone. I don't envy him. Contact, guys!
All right. And the guy is shot in the knees.
All right, asshole. I'm gonna ask this once and only once. Where's Walker?
I told you everything. Just don't hurt me, all right?
Yeah. Those guys are just a useful source of information. Yeah, you might want to get down because there's more soldiers coming at us.
They put up a fight. I'll give them that.
They tried.
Did they?
Thank you. How about I'll clean up here? You head on up to my shed. As a fellow hunter, I think you'll be impressed with my collection. All my traps are all homemade by yours truly. It's a type of quality craftsmanship a man like you would admire.
Well, thank you, Samuel. I'd be honored to see your collection.
Does anyone else find it weird that their voices come out faster than their lips move? You know, is that just me? Either way. All right, guys. You know, like I was saying, I do got some other stuff I got to do, and yeah, I want to really hop into start really getting back into the main story before this just becomes, ooh, I'm just gonna do side missions for 30 parts before. Oh yeah, I kind of have to do the main story stuff. So like I said, we're gonna hop back into the story in the next video. So I want to say is,
Of course, you had to be some sort of maniac, didn't you?
I mean, are you surprised? So yeah, either way, like I was saying, thanks for watching. As always, Facebook, Twitter, the website, mines.com. Links, all that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. Until then, my name's AJ Gales. This is Something Game Channel. I'm out.